Hello, yet again, my friends, and welcome to Danganronpa.
I'm a scat man.
Welcome to my Dangan Academia. My Hope Academia. We've been watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Let's go. He can't eat or drink.
No.
I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day. Whoa, okay, fine.
A full 24 hours.
And all
has
I
passed.
did was sleep and sleep in garbage. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling from the sky.
Clonk.
I swear to God. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Is this where they dump the bodies?
Crunch.
What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Rubbish. It's rubbish.
Yeah.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. That answered literally everything he said.
But it didn't.
Yes, it's rubbish.
But it didn't because what tumbled
Just a
down
second.
here? A giant piece of trash. Rude.
Kyoko?
No, I was doing Hina's voice.
Oh. Okay.
It smells.
I am spaghetti!
It smells awful.
Sure does. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
I'm starving. I could eat the spaghetti off your head.
That's ramen.
Same difference. What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of cup. You've got noodles in your hair.
Aww.
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake and
Like-
snapped her own neck and died.
Like a dog. First, I have something for you.
She's saving us with the Monokuma key.
Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
Thank you.
Bread and water.
Bread and water. She doesn't realize they got like a whole fucking warehouse full of nice shit, and she brings in bread and water.
Yep. That's exactly what she brings in.
Donuts.
Bread's not even that good to fill your stomach with because it's carbohydrates.
It does fill you, but you know,
It does.
gives
fill
you the illusion of feeling full.
It does. Yeah, it fills your stomach.
And it's good for energy, I suppose.
Mm. There is a.
She should have brought him chocolate.
What's that book that's set in the Discworld? Terry Pratchett.
Which one?
Discworld.
Which one?
Well,
there
there
are
is a-
like 40.
Well, there's a story set in Discworld where the four horsemen of the apocalypse come back and
Oh,
famine opens a carbohydrate.
sorcery.
Okay, but famine opens a fast food restaurant which he's managed to figure out how to make food that consists entirely of carbohydrates and nothing else. So he opens a fast food restaurant that serves this food, and everyone starves to death. Because
That's
carbohydrates.
not sorcery then.
Because carbohydrates doesn't fill you.
Bastard. I love death in the Discord series.
I haven't read it. I
Oh.
haven't read any of it.
Oh, okay, fine. Ooh, that really hit the shit.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go take one.
No, well, that's the fucking comedy quota out of the way. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not. I can't feel. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. You got that right.
hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
Debatable. Come on, unlock the door for us then. We already know it's going to happen. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So,
Oh, you're right. See you later. Unlock the door behind me then, you fucking jackass.
To pay a debt, or no, to atone.
Atone?
You.
Yeah, I sentence you to your death.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Well, are you sure about that? Yeah.
Should've, could've fucked Aoi.
So you knew. Wait.
So, you knew that I knew?
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to
Even
help
though I
you.
knew that you knew that I knew.
I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
You just left me to die!
Yes, completely different.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost.
Go on. Why you?
it's true.
I'll tell you everything.
Great.
Reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
Okay.
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
Can we just press A and go home? What is it?
indeed.
That's right. What?
Oh, I thought he was repeating what she said.
So you have some reason
Oh,
for
right,
coming to
yeah,
Hope's
he
Peak.
fucking did. He just said it weird.
At least I did once.
Once?
Till recently I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot, but that's what you said. Then it's really true. You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember?
Reality slipped.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and then I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up,
I was trapped there.
I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem.
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. That time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think, I'm positive that it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow that would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you? I thought to myself.
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
That's a shit excuse. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that and we'd all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Oh. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it, it's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Am I wrong?
The mastermind, one of us? If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense. No, it doesn't.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help.
But why me? You're malleable.
Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
I see. Your intuition was right, though. I am stupid. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
That's what I would have said.
Understand.
What I would have said if I were the mastermind.
I understand.
I
I should understand everything.
He's reading it.
My goal isn't to
I don't
get
care.
out of here. It's to stay here.
Gah! It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay?
Really? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right? Tell her!
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know?
Even though you just had a weird episode.
It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you to help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I'm stupid. I think I'm stupid. Yeah. You mentioned your ability.
My ability were what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
How did I guess? The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
Oh. Who? Headmaster.
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Oh. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Go on, hat trick. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah! Fuck it, I'm done. I solved it. Yes! Did I say any of that on the recording?
No, I'm not sure.
Fuck!
I don't think you did. We were in the kitchen when you said that.
I fucking guessed it.
I can vouch. He fucking called it. Not you. Never claimed that she was the ultimate detective, but you fucking.
No, I did right early in the series.
Oh, did you?
I said, bet she's like the ultimate detective or something.
Yeah, as a joke, maybe.
Half joke.
Okay, but earlier today you were like, "It's probably her father."
I didn't say it like that.
You were
You were
quite
like-
convinced, actually.
You're like, go over all your theories, and I was like, well, she does seem to have some kind of connect with Headmaster. She's very touchy when they mention it. You know, she seems to have an ulterior purpose for being here.
I'm gonna guess that he is her father. Right.
Because I said also he's in his mid-30s or something.
Yeah.
I also guessed another thing about him as well, if you want to reveal what that is.
Oh no, we'll reveal that when it's meant to be revealed, but isn't obvious.
Okay.
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak's Hope's Peak's?
Headmaster. Hope's Peak's headmaster.
That's a fucking abomination. And that explains nothing. When Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. Yep.
Yep, this was the thing that tipped it off. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
However,
Yes, I just said that.
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found.
But why there?
Because I found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if this were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered what my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there?
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
It's outside the play area. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean? Oh, what was it like?
It's hard to describe. No, it isn't. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. The place is a fucking mess. Absolute dump. It's not hard to describe.
What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
Sounds like it must be important. I won't question it. I'm really communist. Still
Right.
not gonna question
What
it.
other fucking... Right.
No, we did that one.
Yeah, we have done that one.
Oh. Has to do with doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you... Oh.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
It was? Well, why was I fucking dying then?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
With minimum restrictions, blah blah blah, you're allowed to explore.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
Bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There is one point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean...
I can hear them, you know. Footsteps of the god of death.
What? Hmm? What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves.
That's me. Hey, baby, I just got a fat ass. My boils make 'em extra loud when I creak on the floor.
That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, in the restricted section, and I came across something rather odd about a rather rare bit of magic. And I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down
Let
the
me
stairwell.
look in this book.
I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. How can a shadow be white?
correct.
'Cause with the hope of despair.
Hope and despair. That's the excuse for everything now, is it?
Nanomachine, son. Hope and despair, son. Damn it, Armstrong.
Intervene immediately.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It was all... Fucking hell! It
So
all has
many.
to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to get the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
Are we clear on that? Because this is an important thing that they don't establish very well. Do you agree with that?
No,
Why not?
because I think they would have had other lackeys.
Okay.
Indeed.
Why? Is that how relevant is it?
Very. It's it's trying to figure out who murdered Mukuro.
Is it ever resolved?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. Oh, no, if they had several lackeys and they could control Monokuma while monitoring everyone, but they can't do that.
Maybe only the mastermind trusts themselves to control him.
But then they can get.
All right, so
someone
there's
else
no
to-
lackeys. Okay, fine. Whatever you
Right.
say, buddy. Thanks for the information, you stupid fuck. Bitch, I be playing you. That boy be feeding.
Go on.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it.
I fucking showed you with that bullshit.
Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. We're still in this fucking room. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
sake! How many?
Oh. Oh. That's a good question.
It's not like Keyblades, is it? It's not like Super Saiyan, is it?
It's a good question.
Are there loads of Ultimate Despairs?
It's a good question.
Is there an Ultimate Despair in every generation who creates this death game?
It's a good question.
Is it like a noble heresy thing?
It's a good question.
A noble heresy? Heba.
It's a good question.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Heritage.
Oh.
Heritage.
The other. What the fuck is this bullshit? Why didn't you let me die?
There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead.
What? How?
But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
How? She's the ultimate soldier.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic, most despair-inducing event in human history!
The tragedy.
When the feeling's gone and I can't go on.
Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. So there you go.
Great, I've figured it all out.
Ultimate despair.
We don't need to find out who did it, we need to find out what the ultimate despair is.
Ultimate despair isn't one person. It's a group of people. It is the name for a group of people.
Sounds like a shit indie band.
Ultimate despair is made up of many people.
How many?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Estimate.
I don't.
How many do you know?
How many do I know? I know of many.
How many? Give
I'm
me
not
like
telling you.
between two numbers.
50.
Really? Please no. Don't tell me it's 50, Finn. Please. Say like, 12.
Okay.
That despicable.
2.
2?
2.
Is it 2?
It's between 2 and 50. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Right, that's really important actually. That's a really important thing that you need to understand. Ultimate despair crave despair. They get their kicks from despair. The reason that they exist is to cause despair because that's what they enjoy.
They point at Monokuma and go, "We made despair."
Okay, you know how the Major in Hellsing Ultimate doesn't give a fuck about what the end result is. He just wants war.
Fuck.
Exactly. And that speech that he gave just goes to show.
Which one? The original? The
I
normal one?
love war. That
Flame war.
That speech just goes to show that he is a brilliant villain in that most villains will settle for no means to achieve their goals. The Major doesn't settle for any goals to achieve his means. Ultimate
that's one way of doing it. That's like the thing is the thing I think about, and this is going way off track, but the thing that I think about those villains is villains with a motive that you could understand and sympathize with. Top tier, god tier. Villains who just do it because they want evil or they want destruction, they want despair. Those are like really good, but they have a cap. They have solid cap.
They do have a cap, and a lot of the time I don't like them because they're poorly executed.
That's because they're one-dimensional.
The Major is I think is one of the exceptions because of just how beautifully they establish just how much he loves what he does. If they just said, "Yeah, I like war. I want to cause all the war.
This could be fun.
This could be fun."
He gets off on it though,
yeah.
and like he is seeking pleasure, which you can also understand.
Yes, but just from that speech, where they show how passionately he loves war, you can understand him because he's shown his love. Ultimate despair, in very much the same way, love despair.
Okay.
Indeed.
Make no mistake.
I won't.
They're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
That's too vague,
This
man.
is not establishing it in as beautiful of a way as the Major was established. Question
Nothing
mark?
has fucking changed.
Because we don't know who's died. Oh yeah, Mukuro. Yeah, now we know for sure that there's only 6 left.
A dildo!
Would you like to ride in my Rocket 69?
Fly me to the moon.
Rocket 69, Rocket.
Five Alive!
That's delicious. I haven't had that in ages.
Huh?
Five Alive.
No, it was an achievement. I'm
Yeah.
saying it because that's what Artemis says in Artemis Fowl in the Atlantis complex.
Oh, okay.
You know, four will kill you, 5 to stay alive.
Oh.
The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it all around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity.
A bunch of people.
Now we have loads of them to figure out whose identities are fucking stupid. Our enemy has finally been revealed.
We know exactly who they are.
More than one guy. Actually, we don't even know that one of them even is a guy. We've become more vague.
Anyway,
That's not a revelation.
Right, now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, have you got that Monokuma? Fucking hate you, game. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with
Can
it.
I have it? Sure. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. There we go.
Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out.
You didn't even... You shouldn't even know. We could have been trapped in here forever.
Indeed.
Maybe it'll work.
Do you still have that secret tool? It is an absolutely vital part in ensnaring the mastermind. It is an absolutely vital tool that is key that he never gets his hands on it. I hid it in my room. So he
Thank
wouldn't find
God.
it. So he wouldn't find it.
She keeps it in her vagina.
It smells of lavender.
Smells of rusted iron. Because it's a key.
Smells of lavender. Smells of pussy. Grapes.
If a pussy smelled of lavender, that'd be actually really nice.
If anyone's pussy is going to smell of lavender,
If your pussy smells of lavender, contact the K.A.I.
if anyone's vagina smells of lavender, it's going to be Kyoko's.
Do you have a lavender vagina? Find out
Ultimate
now.
pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
What other flavors do you have?
Wow, when they said Bertie Bott said every flavor of beans, they weren't fucking kidding. This shit tastes of death.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Free time! We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. No one wanted to draw this. Oh, they did!
What a thrill.
The scent of lavender wafts towards me.
With darkness
And silence in the night.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a feel in my heart, 'cause you're so supreme. I'd give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Monokuma.
In my time, there'd be ultimate despair. Cry, it's the way
you
I'm
get blackened.
I'm still in this school, Monokuma. Someday you'll go
in a drain.
and someday you'll still feed on a tree frog, actually.
Feed on water and bread. tread in these your trials to survive the trials
of the killing.
I give my life. All right, let's go.
The ladder was impossibly long.
These two dickheads wouldn't shut the fuck up. We climbed into darkness and then out of darkness. It was dark and cramped. It looks fucking huge.
Yeah.
It looks like they're climbing inside of a silo. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
If reality slips, I won't be able to catch that either.
It'll fall away.
Oh.
Are you gonna read this?
No. So, Kyoko, there's someone I wanted to ask you.
Shut up, Facebook.
You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
I don't remember. How long? Said her ass. Oh no. There's the pointer, right?
so...
Ever since I can remember.
5 minutes?
I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood.
Your father's a... Wait, what?
There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
When? Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually.
We're really shit at it.
Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
We're actually shit. A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth.
Absolute truth.
We stand neutral in all things. You do well at it. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort? I've never heard of, though.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it.
I like Assassin's Creed.
Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Sauce. So that explains nothing. Before I came here, when I was looking info about the school online, I never saw anything about it. Oh, okay.
However...
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you went so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? Oh, you're a bitch. But you'd be reuniting after all these years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What? Hello.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face.
What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him.
You fucking idiot. Why don't you just go home, then?
Last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However...
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. In the first motivation, Kyoko saw her grandfather in the video.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family.
Hey, maybe he didn't want to be a fucking detective. Jeez.
So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him.
He's not like me and my family, so fuck him. You're a fucking bitch.
If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
Yeah, you would have. You could have gone to fucking college.
But she wouldn't have had the resources of the entire Kirigiri family. The Kirigiri family have a shit.
She could have
load of
reconnected with them.
No, not. I think once you. I think in Japan, once you sever ties with a family, you do not go back.
It was not her choice. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, and I farted. That'll show her. Do you smell lavender? Shit. Hey, so what was your motivation secret? I don't know, but I know yours is about peeing yourself, and I'm very uncomfortable in my current position.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live.
Apparently you do. You've come all this way to tell him to fuck off.
That's what anyone.
What rational person goes to someone to tell them to fuck off?
She wants to thank him.
No, she doesn't.
She said she might do. She said she might thank him
If he wanted to take her with him.
No.
That's what she said.
No, she said if he intentionally left her behind, then she wanted to thank him because
No, she said I want to go sever all ties with him, and then she said if he wanted to take me with him, I'll thank him for not taking me because he would have ruined everything like the selfish cunt he is. She bitch.
That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
There's one thing I can never forgive:
You raped me.
so
the way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father.
That's because you are, you stupid idiot.
That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of it. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
Because I reside in the neutrals.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgotten about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Well, technically your heart is blood.
Not connected by heart and soul, though.
No, not and soul, but then
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
yes.
Yeah.
Tell that to your birth certificate. You fucking simp. I thought you were a detective.
Yeah, would that hold up in a court of law?
Is blood really enough to say that we're related? Yeah. I would like a transfusion.
I said nothing.
We just keep.
Oh my God!
climbing
Right,
the ladder.
20 minutes left. Right, I've been parched for a while, so I'm gonna go downstairs and get a drink of water.
20 minutes
left.
We've done 40 minutes of being in the sewer.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right, can you take over for a bit while
Yeah,
I
sure,
go get a
sure,
drink
sure.
of water?
I can do a good Kyoko.
Probably better than me.
Hello! I love you! Makoto!
I like Kyoko.
I thought you were going to say I like that voice. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. What?
What was that?
That's my Makoto voice now.
It's not.
It's my private Makoto voice, fuck off. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Hey Finn, I know you're watching this in the future. I just want you to know you're a good friend of mine and I was really happy to have you over. You're my best friend, buddy. I love you. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back!
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain this is where it comes out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open. It should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reach out with my right hand and push up against the hatch. Monokuma's right there. The hatch opens with ease, and so... Aww. Looks like we're back. Oh, I think that was Makoto. I'm sorry. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Cameras? Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out there if it weren't without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Hmm. Leon did. I'm glad I didn't die, of course. But what if the mastermind finds out? And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. There you go.
Okay, so what's she been...
Oh, fuck me balls! Oh! Oh! These are a bit tight. You know how, like... Okay, so you know when you get, like, something squishy, like a testicle, and you get a gap that's just a little bit smaller than them and they squeeze through?
Yeah.
That just happened with these fucking... It just squeezed its way through between the fabric and my fucking pelvis.
Have you heard of the...
Muffin Man?
Have you...
Oh, God,
Have you heard of the most horrific...
I need a massage.
most horrific sports accident ever recorded?
No.
It was during rugby. A guy...
Get that mic nice and close.
Right, you're gonna like this, gentleman.
Yeah.
A guy, it was during rugby,
Oh.
and a man dislocated his hip,
Oh, fuck.
and they ran on, and someone tried to. Now, don't try this at home. Don't relocate limbs if they or anything if they dislocate, but they tried to relocate his hip back into place, but one of his balls accidentally slipped into the socket.
Ah! Oh!
So they had to dislocate the hip again to pull it back out. Bless him.
What was that man's name?
I don't know.
We must honour his grave. The man could live.
Right, this pop filter arm, has it been slowly winding up as the hours have gone by?
I don't think so.
I think it was down here before, and now it's poking me in the chest.
Let's fix it. Let's fix it.
It's the theme entrapment. Right, thank you.
That should be an improvement.
Thank you. It is an improvement.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Right, what she wants to do, she wants to go talk to Monokuma because
About us being out and alive, she's like, is it okay if he's alive? And he's going to be like, no! And then they're going to try and ensnare the mastermind with Monokuma's words. I don't remember who it was, but there was a guy, and he had both of his legs ripped off, I think in a go-karting accident, and he ran all the way home. Well, his feet got ripped off in a go-karting accident, and he ran on the stumps because he didn't even realise.
there was a female professional, I think she was a professional wrestler, broke her neck once during wrestling, didn't realise. And so she went to the doctors the next day because she was having shoulder pains. She was having neck pains, and the shoulder said, and the shoulder. And
Hello.
And the doctor said, if you had sneezed solidly at any point in the last 24 hours, you would be paralysed from the waist down for the rest of your life.
Can she still move?
I think so. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I think they managed to. Yeah, she went a whole day of having a broken neck without realising it.
I dislocated my arm once. I put it back in.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
It really
Hurt?
really hurt.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's generally not supposed to be outside of it, but like
You're not meant to relocate your limbs.
it was my left one. What happened is a thing fell on it, a wheelbarrow.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because I was on a construction site once, and a wheelbarrow fell from the top of the scaffolding on top of me. I didn't collapse. It landed on me, and I shrugged it off, but my arm was dislocated. And like, I was like, ah, fuck. I'm like, okay, this is dislocated. What do they do in the movies? Ah! But it worked, and I was like, oh, cool, it's okay now.
Fucking hell. That could have done permanent damage.
It could have hit me on the head.
Were you wearing a hard hat?
Oh,
You fucking idiot. You fucking Have you heard of it? You fuck. I wish it did hit you on the head. Fucking Darwinism.
I wasn't even fucking.
I wasn't meant to be there. I was just passing through. What do you think I worked there?
No, I was far away from all of that. I was doing other stuff. I got
You
called
should
over.
still have a hard hat on. It's a construction site.
Okay.
You don't even have a
okay.
qualification, do you?
Promise I'll fucking wear one next time.
You weren't meant to be on that construction site legally, were you?
Shut up.
Even in England, you're not even allowed. Even if you make the tea, you're not allowed on a construction site without a qualification. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Why are you laughing so much?
Because it's funny. Listen, buddy. We live in Spain. Oh, I do.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, no, let's not worry about that side of it, okay? It was a moral grey area. It was a legal black area.
That shit was a fucking black hole of illegality.
Oh, thank God no one watches this.
They're not going to be able to do anything. The statute of limitations has run out.
Yeah.
It was 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
So
it was-
statute of limitations has run out.
It was when I was only 15. Because I'm 30 now. I
Right.
actually celebrated my 31st.
In 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Less than that. It was about 9 years in the future. Okay. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Oh, you're awake. Monokuma should be in the gym.
How do you
Shall
know?
we go?
Let's get going.
Next motive, fucking
So
your
were
birthdays.
Were you surprised at all? Have you finally got closure for that lid in the rubbish room?
I forgot about it.
Teleport, please. That's still locked. That'd be if you go back. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm doing it. I'm running.
You're running all the way.
Oh god.
Gotta keep your heart rate up.
Oh, it's so blinding.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's been there since the beginning. Surprised we only just noticed it.
Shut up.
I'm not so bad with bright colours, but everyone else is.
I get migraines easily, as you should know.
Yes, I do.
Oh, here's a funny story for you. On one of the earliest presentations I ever made for my college course, I thought I was being clever, and I looked up a color wheel, and I decided to find the two most contrasting, like actual opposite colors, so I could put one as a background and the other as
No.
text color. So I thought, oh yeah,
You
'cause
told me
they
about
want us
this.
they want us to make the presentation stand out and be easy to read. Black and white is really difficult to read, so
No, it's not.
I'll get opposite. They tell you black and white is difficult to read. So I'll get contrasting colours, complete opposites, and it'll be fine. And then my final product absolutely scarred the optic nerve.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Huh? What am I gonna do, Tubby? Huh? You gonna fight me? You gonna fight me, bitch? Fucking fight me. Come at me, bitch.
What are you gonna do? Fucking kill me? I don't think there's any regulations against.
Bringing someone back from the dead? Oh, no, it's against nature.
I don't agree with this thunderbolt. The whole thing fucking blows up. No context to it. By the way, just so if any of you are confused by that, because it's been 3 episodes of us fucking doing that shit now. That's Shakisha from Dark Souls 2 that we recorded.
We have explained that.
I'm explaining it again.
Okay, just in case. Yeah.
And always wear a hard hat. Oh shit, I missed that.
Select.
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
No, it's not.
So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance!
Kyoko!
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down.
Yeah, we totally did that.
Yeah.
The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Yeah, tons.
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
Are we gonna get Monokuma executed?
That means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
Wait, I graduate? Fuck, I'm out of here! Fuck all yous! I'm free! Free to wreak havoc on the world!
Wait, holy shit! That means I got away with it last time!
I should be fucking out of here! And you can prove this, right?
well,
No, I can't.
But I vote for you, so fuck you.
Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of
that
evidence?
doesn't matter.
Or an end of shrevidence?
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
Oh, okay, I'll just let you go on your merry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only an absolute truth. What you just said only just hit me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll let you do that. What the fuck, seriously? And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared for another execution. He would have tried to run and hide.
Yeah! I wasn't coerced into this.
He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
Ew. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence. Go back to bed. Get back in the fucking garbage where you belong.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
That's not hope, that's denial. And logic.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it.
Sorry, I just wanted to look at the map real quick.
Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. This scene would have been 10 times better if Monokuma was rebuting him with just as clever counter arguments. If this could have been a really good dick waving competition.
So what's this advice of yours? Oh my god, that is instant on the ropes.
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial all over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Between hope and despair! Between hope and despair, Kai! Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
In other words, this would be our chance to expose the truth, but what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
I know exactly why, and I actually think it's kind of clever.
Interesting. Very interesting. It's been a while, huh? Indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes.
The writers got bored.
Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. That's not even a pun. That's the word you
In
use.
other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms.
Pre-bed. He said pre-bed.
Will your hope win out? Or will my despair... Finally! Despair claim victory!
I can barely contain
Let's have one
myself.
final grisly showdown!
Even his voice clip was a bear pun.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys?
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All of them.
All the mysteries? All the mysteries! That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
You laughed at that.
No, I was confused.
You laughed at it.
No, I was confused.
You laughed.
I didn't though.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's what we've been
Couldn't
trying to
figure out
do.
what the fucking word was.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
Guys?
then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. Stop doing the same one. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
Oh, that's fucking deep. Holy shit. This is dumb.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach.
See Polar Bear? Polar Bear? That was a good one.
I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you.
Did he lie?
He hasn't lied. And note, he said all the people involved in the killing game, all of them have been the 16 students.
The killing game. There could be some unrelated.
What?
No, it's the way it said. It makes it seem like he's implying that people not involved with the killing game are like wandering in and out.
So get lost, would ya? Why so serious?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Yeah.
Come on, Makoto, let's go.
What was that?
Nothing. That was just my cousin. You just anime, didn't you? No? You filthy fucking traitor.
Okay.
I fucking hear you, you piece of shit. I'll kill you.
Come on, Makoto.
That's unstable, alright.
Well, we've sentenced almost everyone to death. Job well done.
Yeah!
We did it.
If only the ultimate gambler was here. Oh, I think that's enough for this episode.
124 seconds? Well, it wouldn't be that, would it?
Right, no,
They're in increments of 60.
Yeah, it's a minute 30. We've been going over an hour for. That's what my phone says.
But it's like, that's how much over we are.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Thank you all for watching us climb out of fucking garbage. And talk about...
And talk about killing everyone, but putting it all on a gamble.
Well...
The climax is approaching.
Get out of here!
Bye.